Did I read all the books from last month's TBR? No. Did I read all the books on my summer/spring TBR video? No. Do I ever read all the books in a TBR video? No. Am I going to film another one for next month? Apparently so. That unintentionally rhymed. That was not intentional. I'd like to take credit for it, but like it just happened. Hey everyone, it's Ashley and welcome to my June TBR video. For those of you who don't know, TBR stands for to be read, so basically these are all the books that I hope to read in the month of June. For the most part, a lot of these books are very fantasy heavy. June is normally a month where I want to read like cute romance contemporary type books, but like all of the books I super want to read right now are very like fantasy or like kind of fantasy-ish based, but I do have two contemporaries in this list that I really want to get to this month. But without further ado, here are all the books I want to read this month. The first book is June's You Choose pick, and that is The Library at Mount Shar by Scott Hawkins. I'm so happy that this won. Not that I didn't want to read all the other books that were in this month's You Choose, but I like very, very much wanted this particular one to win, so I'm super excited about that. I will leave all of the former You Choose videos down below in case you want to know more about it and or you want to participate next time. This month's category was, well, this sounds weird. And this is the winner. It follows a girl named Carolyn who lives in an infinite library, like quite literally it never ends. And she has been studying at the hands of this guy who believes that he is God. And it just sounds super odd and super great. And I'm really, really excited about it. And I have a best friend who absolutely loves this book. So I'm really, really excited to dive into this. Next, we have the two YA contemporaries that I told you guys about. The first one is The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I have never read a Morgan Matson book before. Her books are apparently some of the best YA contemporary. People always talk about her. This is one of only two Morgan Matson books I own. I also own Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. If you think that there's a different Morgan Matson that I should read first, comment down below and let me know, and maybe I'll switch it out with this one. But so far, I think I really want to read this one. It follows, as far as I know, a girl whose father is a politician and she's a dog walker. That's like literally all I know about this book. I know nothing else. I know that it will be cute and romantic and contemporary-ish and super summery, but that's like actually all I know. I don't really need to know more. I know that people really, really love this author, and I know that I really want to try this author's stuff. So again, I just want to read a Morgan Matson book in June. Next, we have Here So Far Away by Hadley Dyer. I had the pleasure of meeting Hadley Dyer at the HCC Frenzy event in Toronto. I actually vlogged the experience. I did not vlog any interactions with Hadley, but I will leave the vlog link down below in case you want to check it out. This is a Canadian author and a book that takes place in Canada, and if you saw my recent video where I tell you guys some recommendations for Canadian authors and Canadian books, I talk about the fact that I have not read enough Canadian authors or books, so I'm really excited about this. It takes place on the east coast of Canada where, spoiler alert, I will be going in July for my birthday, and I'll be vlogging the whole experience, and I've never been before, and I'm super stoked. But this follows a girl who grew up on the east coast, and it follows a relationship between her when she's in her late teens and a man who is much older than her, and apparently it is like super not cliched at all, and it has like a completely different type of plotline than you would assume with that type of storyline. Next, we have a book that was in my April book haul videos. I will also leave those linked down below. All the videos are going to be linked down below. And that is The Immortalists by Chloe Benjamin. 1, this cover is gorgeous, and 2, this book is about 4 siblings to my knowledge, who live in New York City in the 1960s, and there is a woman who's come to town who says that she can tell anybody's day of death. So basically, if you go to her, she can tell you the exact day you're going to die. And these 4 kids go to her, and then it follows like their lives. And that is so up my alley. It is like so ridiculously Ashley. I'm so excited to read this book. It feels like it's going to be like a really solid mix of like adult literary fiction and like this like little bit of like magic twist. As far as I know and what I've heard from people is that it's very character driven, and if you know anything about me, you know that like if it's character driven and has a little bit of magic, it's like pretty much my exact type of read. And the last 2 books on my TBR for June are both books that I have been trying to get to for months. Like I feel like they've been on so many different TBR lists and so many different videos, and I just want to finally get to them and finish them. The first one is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I am halfway through this book right now. I started it in, I want to say September, and I got about halfway through and then I put it down for one reason or another, and I have not picked it back up. The thing is, I really like this book. The writing's great, I like the characters. There are some elements that I don't like absolutely love, like, you know, like a totally pretentious kind of rapist prince, but for the most part, I really like this book and I very much want to finish it. And last but not least, I have the sequel to my favorite book that I've read so far in 2018, and that is The Girl in the Tower by Catherine Arden. This is the sequel to The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. The Bear and the Nightingale is so good. It took me a solid 80 to 100 pages to really get into it, but it's a Russian folklore retelling, and so is this book. And it follows our main character, Vasya, who is like a total tomboy, totally hard-headed, totally stubborn, and it follows like different Russian folklore retellings. The first one was basically like the Frost Demon retelling. I actually don't know anything about this one. I don't know what the retelling is of. I don't know what the plot is. I don't know where it's supposed to head to. I have not read the synopsis. I do not want to. I just know that I absolutely loved the characters and the writing in Bear and the Nightingale. Like, the writing in Bear and the Nightingale is actually just, I honestly want to say flawless. Like, it's so fluid and so poetic, and it's just like, it basically feels like you're reading a dream the whole time. So because I know I love the writing so much, I know I'm going to love this book, and I've wanted to get to it for months, and I don't know why I've been putting it off, to be honest with you, except for the fact that the third book doesn't come out until January of 2019, and I don't want to wait that long after I finish this one. So I feel like I've just been like subconsciously putting it off, but I really want to get to it next month, like so bad. Okay, so that is my June TBR. If you have read or want to read any of these books, make sure to comment down below and let me know. Also, please comment down below and let me know what you want to read in June. I'm always interested in what you guys are reading. And other than that, I will see you guys soon with another video. Happy reading. Bye!